Hi there, this is Dr. John Whitcomb talking about muscle mass is correlated with diabetes. That's interesting. What does it have to do with diabetes? Well, it's pretty simple. You take up a lot of the glucose you eat into your muscles, where it's burned for activity, and your muscles are burning glucose 24/7. And if you lose muscle mass, you lose a place to put the glucose. Okay, so as Grandma used to say, you can't put 5 pounds of sugar in a 4-pound bag. You used to have 5 pounds of muscle, now you have 4. You've got problems with glucose. You're trying to force too many glucose molecules into a 4-pound bag, so to speak. Is there data to support this? Well, there's actually quite a lot. It's all sort of epidemiological. For example, study in Japan. 2 groups, 198 men, one with diabetes, one without. Biological impedance done, measuring their muscle mass. The men with diabetes had significantly less muscle mass. That's an association, it's not proof. Much bigger study done in Korea, 113,000 men, 89,000 women who are free of type 2 diabetes. 589,000 years of follow-up, during which time 4,264 developed diabetes. If you look at quartiles of risk based on muscle mass, you can find that the folks with muscle mass had the least diabetes, and there's a 2.2-fold increased risk for women when they drop down a quartile of muscle mass. All these speak to a simple observation for the last 20 years. Muscle mass predicts longevity. There's something coming out that says sarcopenia is a strong indicator for dying. Loss of muscle makes a place for glucose to go, and something about getting rid of glucose reduces risk for death. What will work for me? It's horrible to hear. The older you get, the more muscle you lose. We need to maintain muscle, and there's some ways you can do that. For example, urolithin is a compound found in pomegranates. It's now being manufactured and released, and you can purchase it as a supplement, and that helps you grow muscle quite effectively. Google it, look it up on the web. I think there are now multiple companies making it, but it might be something worthwhile taking. I am certainly taking it. Weightlifting and resistance training is probably the better part of it, but there's something to do with abrupt, sudden, short-term, acute exercise. 100-meter wind sprints, something to that effect. Think yourself being out on the African prairie chasing a gazelle for 100 yards. This is Dr. John Whitcomb for News and Nutrition. Muscle mass correlated with diabetes.